Morning guys, Sunday the 19th of July 2020. I meant to say yesterday what I'd done is I took away all the food in this loft. And when I start getting the birds on an ounce a day now, get them all up on the perches and one thing or another, get them nice and fit. And of course now I come in here, just put the food in, and you can see most of the young'uns are actually around the trough and feeding okay. There's one or two still not. I'm just about to chase them down out of the Sputnik now so they get a feed. Good morning guys, hope you're all staying safe, being practical and keeping yourselves out of harm's way. If it's your first time popping along on this channel, please do consider hitting the subscribe button and then the little icon on the bell icon on the right, and that'll alert you every time I put up a new video. And again, thanks to all my new subscribers, and all of my subscribers indeed. Right, so the youngsters, I forgot to mention yesterday, I took all the feed away from the youngsters yesterday morning, knowing full well they would be hungry by this morning. I'm trying to tame them down a little bit now, so get them more used to me, because they're starting to flit off in all directions as I walk in the loft. So I'm trying to get them a little bit more used to me. So we've just put them on an ounce a day, and of course some were a bit slow on the uptake of realising that I put some food back in the trough and we're sitting in the Sputnik sunshining themselves. So we chased them out and they have gone down, and they all are now eating, and that should all be cleared up when I go back in the loft. Right, yesterday I was pretty burned out, and the reasons for that is because stupidly I didn't bring anything to eat again, and I only had 3 cups of coffee all day. So I wasn't feeling too clever by the time I went home last day, but that was my own doing, as usual. I do these stupid things and then wonder why I'm not feeling well at the end of the day. So today we've brought some sandwiches and we're going to have plenty of cups of coffee. Nice to see the sunshine back again as well, guys. So yesterday I was giving you a rundown on the seeds, then went off on a tangent. So basically I've got them here now. So what we've got is we've got some passion fruit, as we had said yesterday. Then I've got some asparagus seeds. Then I've got some winter radish. These are new on me, I've never seen these before. They're actually white on the skin on the outside and the red internally. And it's the white skin that gives you the fiery taste. But they're called watermelon red meat. And again from Premier Seeds Direct. 600 seeds for £1 and something. So we've got 2 or 3 packets of those. And the strawberries that I was telling you about, these are 4 seasons strawberries, so apparently they produce, oh yeah. We've got a packet of dwarf French beans as well, guys, saying as we had no success with the ones we put in this year. We'll try again next year. Broccoli, green sprouting, and I bought some melon as well, Hale's Best Jumbo. Now I've never ever tried these before, but we're going to give them a go in the polytunnel next year as well, guys. Then I bought some French breakfast radish. These ones weren't from Premier Seeds. You don't really get a lot either for your £1 something. And then another one of the winter radish watermelon red meat. So that's just a little rundown on the extra seeds that I bought. So I've got quite a selection of seeds to choose from next year, guys. I've got sort of high hopes for those cauliflowers we put in yesterday, now that we've got all the beds limed down. I'm hoping that the second round of the spiral cauliflowers are going to do better than the first round ever did. But yeah, lessons learned, guys. This is what it's all about, and we know the soil just wasn't good enough. End of. And I should have done all of this testing right at the beginning of the year, but we didn't. So there we go. So I don't actually know what I'm going to do today, but I'm hoping it's going to be a lot more productive than yesterday. I didn't really seem to get a lot done for the amount of time that we spent fighting to do the guys. So we're going to see if we can get a bit more production today and get more things done in less time or in equal time. So follow me along, guys, and we'll see where it goes. I'll see you later. Hi again, guys. Right, so I'm down on the car park down at the end of the allotment. We phoned the owner of the little blue pigeon, and it where he is. He's about 12 miles away. So he's actually on his way to collect the bird now. Rather grateful that we've managed to phone him. He did lose two. A hawk had got among them and scattered his birds everywhere basically. So this is one of them. And he's on his way to pick it up now. So I'm basically just down at the end of I'm not sure how the wind's affecting this guy, but basically I'm down here now. And we've got the bird here in a basket. So it's just waiting to go home, guys. We're just waiting for the owner to turn up. I'll sit in the car until he arrives, and then we'll hand it back over to him. I'll see you later, guys. Okay guys, sorry about the audio there. Basically what I was trying to say is we rang the owner of the pigeon, the little blue pigeon that we rescued on Tuesday. And he's about 12 miles up the road. A hawk went in amongst his birds and scattered them all over the place, and he lost two. This is one of them. So basically I phoned the owner and he's on his way through to collect the pigeon now. So it's sitting in the basket in the boot, just waiting for him to come and collect. So one happy pigeon is being returned home. Okay guys, just a quick update and I'll catch you later. Right guys, I'm back in the shed again now, just having another cup of coffee. So I've just had some sandwiches, having this cup of coffee now. Prior to the guy coming up for his pigeon, what I did get done was I got in the chicken loft and cleaned out all the nest boxes. Wasn't any point in videoing that really. I went into the stock loft to put the rings on the youngsters. Now, some of them were really ready, and I almost left it too late, and then conversely some of them weren't quite ready. However, we put the rings on every one in there, but tomorrow I'll need to just have a quick check tomorrow night when I come up to give them the second feed, that the ones that are a little bit on the small side, I just need to check the ring hasn't slipped off, and if it has, put another one on. A bit of a dilemma as well. I had lost the rings. I'd lost all the race rings I bought this year, and hunted around for at least half an hour trying to find them. And it transpired they were here in this shed. I'd hung them on a screw up there. Why I would put them up there I don't know, but I'd hung them up there instead of putting them in the pigeon loft, which is where I normally keep them hanging on a screw. But I put them up there guys, and I just happened to turn around and spot them, so all's well that ends well. So we got the birds rung. We got the nest boxes cleaned out on the chickens. Got all the water, 25 litre water containers filled up and put in each of the lofts, and all the grit and mineral put down in each of the lofts again. And then, as I say, we rang the owner of that blue pigeon, and he came and collected it, and I basically spent 2 hours having a chin wag with the guy at a distance, talking pigeons. So there's half a day gone, and it's now 2:15 in the afternoon. So today's a bit of a non-runner again as well guys. I'm going to have this cup of coffee and then decide whether I am actually going to do anything else or just go home. Either way, I'll bring you along and you'll either see what we get done or we'll give you a final roundup. I'll catch you later guys, bye. So very briefly guys, we've popped over here to have a check on the cucumbers and the little cauliflowers we put in yesterday. And so far so good, everything appears to be okay. They're still standing at least. And I was periodically tapping into the cameras to have a look and see if we were getting any bother in here. And I've never seen any birds in here, so far so good guys. I was hoping to get this bed done today, but it's getting a bit late in the day now, so I'm going to try and see if there's something else I can get done. Likewise, we'll see the onions are now perking up, the leeks are now standing up instead of being flattened down with the mesh, and the birds jumping all over the mesh. Some of them are starting to lift themselves up now. Some of the onions are starting to stand up. One or two of them will take a little bit of time, but and some of them are broken on the leaves, but they should recover guys. We'll just wait and see how this goes. And again, I'm not sure how well this is coming out on the video because it's quite windy. The sun's disappeared and it's quite windy now. So yeah, just a quick update in here, guys. Catch you later, bye. Right guys, so we did decide to get a little bit more done. It's not a lot, but it is a good big job. And when I came round the back of this shed here, the 24-foot loft, you probably recognise where I am. The water in the first IBC was starting to discolour slightly. So we've put a drop of bleach in there, and we've basically got them covered with visqueen now, guys. I've actually all but run out now. That's what I have left of the visqueen, and that's it. So we're just enough. So it's not a pretty sight, but it's not designed to be. It just needs to keep the sun from beating inside there. So we've dropped some more bleach in there. We dropped a little bit more bleach in there, guys, to kill off any algae. And then we've got it covered with visqueen. Like I said, it doesn't need to be pretty. It just needs to be practical. It's out of sight round the back of these lofts, and they're very rarely going to be looked at, except when I'm checking the levels or swapping over with the hose pipe from here onto this one, which we'll do pretty shortly, because as I say, with this one here I'd left myself a bit of a window so I could see. However, it's dawned on me the sun comes right round this far, and any light in there is going to still penetrate. So I'm going to put another black strip over there, like a flap that I can lift up and look under. Or not. I'm not sure yet. I suppose we'll know when they're empty. We don't get any water out the other end, guys. So yeah, right. Babbling on. Basically, it's taken quite some time to do this, and it's 4:15 now. So it's taken me approximately 2 hours from the last video to come out and get these two IBCs wrapped. It was a bit tricky getting the actual visqueen round the back of there, and likewise round the back of there, to encapsulate them basically. Anyways guys, quick update, and that's what we've done. See you later, bye. Right guys, I've just come over to the garden, and I've basically taken a couple of these Chinese kale. Now you do eat them for the stalks predominantly, and as you can see they've got nice thick stalks on them here. But these were actually just starting to go to seed, so we've took the head off them and we've harvested them. I've also taken a little turnip out, and it doesn't look too bad in spite of, guys, but we'll wait and see what it tastes like, of course. So yeah, just a little harvest out of the garden while I'm here. See you later. Just a little update with these as well, guys. So you'll see the double factor indigo in the background there. She's actually now laid in another nest pan, and she's paired to that yellow-pied cock. Then next to that we have the little mystery bird, Mystery, and then we have the little recessive red that came off the two indigos, and the little trigonino, all flying again now without any problems. See you later, guys. Right guys, so I decided I would take this cucumber, which is quite a good old size. So I decided we would take that along with the turnip and the Chinese kale that we have. Yeah, a little harvest out of the garden today, so yeah, good. Right guys, I'm back in the loft having the last cup of coffee, and it's a final roundup. So this weekend has been a bit of a loss. However, we did get two quite essential jobs done that needed doing. But we've lost quite a lot of time this weekend. So we got the IBCs covered, which was really critical, and I was torn between doing the netting round the cucumbers and the few cauliflowers we planted yesterday, and doing the IBCs. Now it dawned on me that the sun is predominantly coming back, and it's the sun that does the damage in the IBCs and turns the water yellow if we don't catch it in time. So I thought, right, if I get nothing else done today, I've got to get those IBCs covered. So that's what we did. The choice was the IBCs, and the fact that the bunting flags appear so far to be keeping the birds off the bed, away from the cucumbers and the cauliflowers, we're going to hope that it will continue to do that until next weekend. So we've got the IBCs done, guys. Right, so in the first stock loft, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got 6 more youngsters, which have only just been ringed today. So that gives you an idea of their age. They're about between 5 and 7 days old. And then we've got the 2 young brown checkers, which are actually ready to come off the nest. But with only getting rid of that stray pigeon today, I want to leave that loft empty for today too, and then give all the perches a clean down and everything, just to make sure that everything's all right in there. Because those youngsters are going to have to go into that spare loft so that they can have food unlimited in front of them and water and learn to eat and drink. We'll put one of the little tumblers in with them to show them how to do it. We'll dip the beaks in the water as usual and go through the process again. But there's only the little 2 brown checks it's ready to do that with. However, the 2 ice bars, I've just been in and checked on them today, guys. They're looking quite nice. One of them does appear to be much lighter than the other one, and looks sort of semi-ice coloured. The other one is lighter than the blue bar, but not quite as light as the other one. And as yet, I can't tell whether there's going to be bars on either of them, but there should be in theory, because it's a first cross, and you don't normally get barless out, even if you've got one barless parent, because it's recessive. But I'm not sure how the ice gene works, so we'll have to wait and see how that one pans out, guys. But they have now coloured up, and I can identify the colours. They are going to both be blues, which is what I would have expected, but one looks like an icy colour, and the other one is paler than the blue, but not quite as light as the other one. At least that's how it appears at the moment, guys. And they're going to be about at least another week, next weekend. So we'll have the 2 brown bars off, just learning to eat, and then we'll be bringing the 2 blues off, and by that time all the other youngsters that's coming out are going to be another week older. So it's going to be a long drawn out process with these ones on the second round, because they're not all coming out at the same time like the last ones did, or within a day or 2. 2 more have hatched underneath the Qualmond and Opal hen. Still nothing off the mystery eggs under the almond and the reduced cock yet. That one hasn't yet hatched. We've got one underneath the brown barless and the blue barless now, which, if you remember, we pinched a youngster, or pinched an egg off the white bar cock and the indigo hen. So that's hatched, and so has the white bars. They've hatched at the same time. The red-pied Staff Van Reach has only laid 1 egg this time round. It looks like she's only going to lay the 1 as well. The old boy, he's still rearing the youngster that came off the almond and the reduced cock, and he's doing a good job so far, guys. And I've actually slipped the ring on that one today. That's pretty much the updates on the pigeons. Now, I've just been in the polytunnel there, and I've seen a couple of those little plum tomatoes, and the plants have been getting a bit more water over the weekend as well, and I decided we'd give them another taste test, and they're absolutely disgusting. Really rank. Now, this may mean that everything in the polytunnel is going to turn out the same way. However, we took a cucumber off midweek last week, and it was lovely and sweet. So whether the variety of tomato is naturally a very bitter tasting tomato or not, I don't know. And if you remember, I said the father-in-law said there were supposed to be big mama tomatoes, and they turned out these little plum tomatoes. Whatever they are, we don't know, but they're extremely bitter, and they're going to be no good, guys. I'm probably just going to chop the plants out and pull them up because they're horrible. I even tried a couple of the other plants further down the polytunnel of the same variety. 1 or 2 of those had ripened up, and I tried 1 or 2 of those in case it was just that one plant, and they were rank as well. So watch out for next weekend, guys. We're probably going to chop them down and bin those. Now, that gives me concerns for the other tomatoes, and I'm hoping and praying that it is the breed of tomato that tastes horrible and not the soil that's making the tomatoes taste like that. So I've got a 50-50 chance. The fact the cucumbers are nice and sweet, in the same soil, I'm hoping and praying that it is just a variety of tomato, but either way I would never grow them again if I ever find out what they're called. But no, I would never grow those again, ever. They're disgusting. I don't know whether you guys have ever encountered this with these little plum tomatoes either, and if you have, and you have any ideas on what they might be called, and you have had bitter tomatoes similar to me, please put some comments in the sections below and let me know what they are, guys. And as I say, one or two of those nice big tomatoes are starting to ripen up there now as well. And I'm just hoping and praying that they don't taste bitter as well, otherwise the entire polytunnel's been a waste apart from the cucumbers. And then, well, there's the peppers as well, I suppose. We can see how they turn out, but I don't like peppers, so I'll never know. Right, guys, I'm bobbling again. If you're new to this channel, please do consider subscribing. Hit the little bell icon on the right, and that will alert you every time I put up a new video. For now, guys, stay safe, be practical, and keep yourselves out of harm's way. And I'll see you in the next video. Stay safe, guys.